Welcome back to Leagues 3 Shattered Relics. Doing a bit of mining and smithing here at the same time. Rock solid, works on iron. When I first looked at it, I only saw sandstone granite. So iron is actually incredibly useful here, because it makes it significantly more AFK. Also, you pretty much only need 2 rocks, so there's more options of where you can mine. So that's very nice. 75% chance of not depleting the iron ore, so you just kind of sit there and continue mining. And then we also have Molten Miner, so it's getting smelted and sent to the bank. We've collected many things here, including all these fragments, of which are all your smithing fragment has reached the maximum level fragments. So not much to gain out of that. But it's just fun to stack them all up. Technically you could get to an entire inventory full of those. Not that you'd want to, but still. More clue scrolls. Definitely low on medium clue scrolls compared to anything else, but a problem for a later date. If we head over here to our bars, we have 4,374 steel bars. And we can use those to make some cannonballs. We got a cannon. We might as well make some use of it. I don't think that the ranging relic saves cannonballs or anything, so we're just gonna need as many cannonballs as you would typically have. Luckily, we can make them all immediately, very quickly, which is much the opposite of regular cannonball times. Don't know if we're gonna use all the steel bars for that. Could make like steel plates or something. But either way, we've got options. And we're going to use that cannon and all those cannonballs for some Slayer. There is a Bloodveld in Kandarin. To do that, you can either do some funky stuff with teleporting around, or you can just get a task here in the Stronghold Slayer dungeon. Got our cannon here. Double tap, knife's edge. Just annihilating these Bloodveld. Oh yeah. Burying all the bones. Rings picking up the coins. Just everything's pretty quick. Here is our first superior. Insatiable Bloodveld. Just absolutely getting annihilated. 34,000 Slayer XP for that one kill. And first superior Slayer creature is a medium task. There's going to be a lot more superiors in the future. Especially once we have the option to have even more superiors. But for now, just some random larger XP drops for Slayer is appreciated. And there is the task complete. Only got 12 points since we didn't have the points fragment on. That's not a huge deal. Got plenty of experience though. Got up to 82 range and 71 Slayer. But now it's time for magic. We will be using Ice Burst. At least for a little bit. Eventually we'll switch to barrage spells. We don't quite have the magic level for that yet. So that means we're going to need Death Runes, Chaos Runes, and Blood Runes. And we can get those easily enough. We probably shouldn't buy particularly many cast runes, since we're going to be upgrading pretty soon. But I'll get at least enough. And then ultimately we can sell the cast runes for more tokens, so either way, it'll be fine. My inventory is just absolutely overflowing with runes here. But these all serve a purpose. We've got Chain Magic, the Lesser Knife's Edge, and Endless Knowledge. So we can easily switch to Lunars to use NPC Contact to get our Slayer tasks. And we're going to be targeting Sheldar here to get a Jellies task. And we're going to be doing these in the Catacombs of Korend. Swapping back to our previous spellbook. We have access to the Carril teleport here, which brings us to Canifis and the Canifis Waystone. So this is a fantastic way to get around to places we want to be. We can auto-cast Ice Burst. And we're going to need to bring prayer potions, because jellies don't, in fact, have bones. But besides that, everything should be fine here. Let's see what kind of crazy experience we can get bursting. Look at the size of this jelly superior. Very big. Big enough that it's kind of awkward to hit the other jellies with the bursting. But his drop is going to be 28,000 coins. And another piece of the Dark Totem. That is a guarantee on a superior in here. So this is working very well. 2 tasks of jellies completed. And there's our first ancient shard, pretty sure. 2 pieces of the Dark Totem, only 1 shard. Definitely going to want to have more of those before we go deal with Skotiza or anything. But we got to 75 Slayer there. And that unlocks a new option. So we're going to switch back NPC Contact to Duradel. And it'll ask for a task. Completing a hard task. And we're going to take gargoyles. Can't burst them or anything, but we do need to get stuff from them. So that'll work for me. There's a hard task and a medium combat task for defeating a gargoyle. That's 50 more points. I hit a 45. I hit a 45 again. And I have Knife's Edge going. So we could hit a 90. We could hit a 90. Gargoyles even have 90 hit points. Maybe we can't hit a 90. Yeah, around there. So yeah. There is possibilities of incredible damage. Also, it's hilarious that there's a hammer here, because you need a rock hammer. That would not work. There's a marble gargoyle here. They're incredibly dangerous, especially with our whole not having any hit points or food situation. I don't know how long they stick around. We could try to go get stuff to deal with that. I mean, we also could just bring a small amount of range equipment for safety reasons. So I'm gonna see if we can kill him. The superior was gone before I could get there and get back. Might have been able to do it if we had Slayer rings unlocked. We're not quite at that point yet. Well, that is the task complete. We got a Mystic Robe Top Dark, so that's fun. And the Brittle Key. So we now can unlock it. Yes, I know I need to unlock it. I've got the key. I need to unlock the roof access before... I need to unlock Grotesque Guardians before we unlock the roof. I don't really want to unlock bosses right now. So we will deal with that later. I'll just keep this key in the bank. But we got it, so we don't really need to kill more gargoyles. Unless we want to. Still a decent amount of money. And then more money from the last trip. So overall, not a bad task at all. You know how I just said that I don't want to unlock bosses? I think we're going to need to for the next thing I want to do. Are they in here? Jad. Darkness, Ober, Nightmare Next, Krill, Kraken, Guardians, Dagonoth Kings. Maybe not. I would consider Jad a boss. Yeah. I guess it's might be technically a mini game. If we look on the map. We're going to go to Karamja. Into the dungeon. Into the Czar. Yeah. Fight caves. Technically a mini game. So it doesn't count as a boss. We need to actually unlock that first, though. So let us get over to a Slayer Master. Okay, Duradel. I would like to unlock Hot Stuff. Assigned to Czars. Or Jad. But not Zuck until we actually do a Inferno. That's not really happening right now, though. Don't know if difficulty of assignments does anything. Taking combat level into account when choosing tasks. Stop checking for combat level. I can take anything. We're already 104 combat, so I don't think that's going to really change anything, but this will allow us to get every possible option here. So, assignment. We take Czar, and we can upgrade it to Jad. Good luck. One Jad. Coming right up. But first, we need to make some ranging potions. Just because that will help a bit more. But for that, I need to go and get some Wines of Zamorak. Because we have none of those so far. Alright, here's the setup. We got some ranging potions, we got some prayer potions, we got some dark crabs. Definitely the best food that we have. We're mostly going to be relying on Draken's Touch. But we should be perfectly fine for that. And if we fail, it's not a huge deal. We can just get another task. Gear is completely acceptable. Slayer helmet bonus can be amazing. Double tap, amazing. This should be pretty swell. There is Praying Respects, level 3. In the middle of a fight caves here. Shooting stuff, praying. It's going well. So we can get you behind you. That's what you like. Very helpful to be using a rotations guide, so I know where everything's going to spawn. Makes things pretty convenient. And there it is. Jad defeated for 303,000 Slayer XP. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. That was an elite combat task. Fight Caves veteran. Only needed to use one piece of food when I took an unnecessary melee hit from a 360. There is the Fire Cape. That's an elite task. Very cool. Now our Slayer level is 79. So that is more than enough to boost up for some more targets. Ancient Wyverns are no joke. My goodness. That was a very long fight, but we did it. Defeated Ancient Wyvern for 50 more points. Defeat a Necreal in Tyrnwyn. And by Tyrnwyn, they mean the dungeon. Get out of here, Death Spawn. Don't need to kill you. Defeat an Abyssal Demon in Mauritania. We will be getting back to these guys in a bit. And there is a Drake up in the dungeon here on Mount Karum. Hard task. And there is a easy combat task for killing a worm. No points for that, but there should be some points in the combat diaries at some point. Had to actually kill multiple of the enemy for this one. There is Dragon Boots on my feet for a hard task. Also, Dragon Boots are great. Will be very useful for all melee. There is a hard task for just casting Smoke Barrage. Down here at the Abyssal Demons. I'm not trying to do anything super complicated with both of the rooms or anything. I'm just over here attacking demons. And it is working acceptably. And there is the end of the prayer fragments. Since we are technically getting prayer experience here, when our praying respects auto scatters the ashes, we got the fragment. And it's done. This is pretty decent magic experience. Obviously not as good as it could be if we actually had the correct amount of targets instead of like 5 max. But we are restoring our prayer as fast as we're using it. And we got a black axe, dark totem top, all sorts of good stuff. Of course, it's not the good stuff we're actually looking for. Not yet, at least. Slash and burn fragment, level 3. Unfortunately, barraging doesn't count as a whole bunch of ticks to get additional fragment experience. But it works. And mixologist, level 3. Pretty sure that means we never use secondaries for Herblore anymore, which is a pretty big deal, especially for the potions that have more difficult to collect secondaries. We're only gonna need like 14 Wines of Zamrak for the rest of the entire game and stuff like that. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And there it is. The Abyssal Whip. Also, we got a shield left half, so that's cool. We got really a significant amount of rare drop table drops. Got Nature Talisman, some tooth halves. All good stuff. All good stuff. Let me just finish off these Abyssal Demons here. I have to remember that I have 2 hit points right now. I tried to leave earlier and got just smacked down by those greater demons. Anyways, here is the Abyssal Whip. For an elite task. Also, prayer is high enough, we can activate Piety for a hard task. Only 900 points. Only 900 points until tier 7. So we should be able to easily get that done. Next time. Goodbye.